Hello, welcome back. Here's Lum to say hello. Today's activity is a 2-for-1 and I hope you will enjoy it. This activity was inspired by my second book, Lum's Mum. But the beauty of this idea is that it will work with many picture books and books for older children as well. So there's bound to be one on your shelf which you can use for this activity. So it's all about journeys undertaken in the story. The Gruffalo and Monkey Puzzle, both by Julia Donaldson, spring to mind, as does Who's for Dinner by Claire Freedman, and We're Going on a Bear Hunt by Michael Rosen. So find a book and see where it takes you. But back to Lum's Mum. In my book, Lum goes on a journey, and one of the illustrations is a map of where he goes. So your activity today is map drawing. I'm going to add here that a map is a bird's eye view of the land, because I occasionally help out a friend, Steve, at orienteering events, and he always asks the children what a map is. The answer he is looking for is that it is a bird's eye view, and he rarely gets this answer. But starting here today, toddlers will know this, and Steve will be so pleased in 6 years' time when children start answering that question correctly. So if you have Lum's Mum, you could copy the map that's in the book, and I made an attempt at doing so. Oh, there's the map, and there's my attempt. So basically you're just drawing a line on a piece of paper. You can make it much simpler, as I've done as well here, depending on what you fancy. Or you could even draw the lines to represent the route you might take next time you go out for a walk with your family. So once you've drawn your line, you then go back to the story and you find out the features in the story. So in Lum's Mum, he finds a bird's nest, so you draw that onto your picture, onto your map, and then he finds some butterflies and beetles in a meadow, and he plays with them. So then you would draw those items as well. But as I say, it works for any story. For the Gruffalo, you would draw perhaps the underground house for the fox, and then the treetop house for the owl, and the log pile for the snake. So that's the idea. Almost ashamed to put this up, but there's Lum's little house. Doesn't mention it in the story, but he has passed a pond with ducks. There's the bird's nest, and right up the top there is a couple of butterflies. I couldn't manage the beetles. So get your children more involved than I've been here, and they can put a lot more detail onto the map, which will keep them busy for even longer. And that's the aim of all these activities I'm sharing, is for take a 5-minute picture book, read the story, and then use the elements in the story to create activities that will keep your children occupied, and you can get a little bit of peace and they can get some happiness from it. So once you've done, you could take the map with you next time you go on a walk, and you can look out for those items, and they're unlikely to be there for everybody, but that's where you use your imagination. So turn a corner and there's the meadow with the butterflies. Then there's the rabbits, and so on, or whatever story you're going with. And as I say, this one can work for lots of stories, so it could be something you do every day. 5-minute story, 2 hours drawing a map, and then a walk. Anyway, have fun. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to see any of the maps that you create, so send them to me via the usual channels. And if you'd like a copy of Lum's Mum, then do head over to my website, josiedom.co.uk, where you can purchase a copy. And if you use the code MAP, M-A-P, at checkout, I will send you a couple of blank story maps to get you started. Many thanks and have fun. Bye.